9:15. I pulled into my beautiful home, coming down the street. I saw this police. I saw two big armored trucks, two marshals. It didn't make any sense in my sleepy neighborhood, did it? It made no sense. So I pulled down, I didn't turn down my street, I pulled down. Then I saw two men standing in the yard with rifles. And I said, well, I'm not going to mention their names, they've been living there 18 years. Why are they in their yard? Then I looked, the marshals got these other two men with the big trucks carrying their stuff to the street. Their home, they putting their home out in the street. These people I know. I done taught their kids how to play tennis. Okay? I didn't understand that. I said, well, maybe I should go get a rental truck. Let me go get a rental truck and help them. That's not, because they were just literally putting everything on the street. And then I saw her in her pajamas running out the house trying to get stuff. There's stuff that was valuable. I'm not going to say their names. I'm looking. I'm like, so I went home, took off my little outfit. And, of course, I'm down there like, what you want? You want me to go get storage? What else am I going to say? I didn't know what to do. But I say that, and that's why it was pressing on me to say, get your house and pay for it, and don't let someone come in your home and convince you you need an equity line. They only paid a small amount for that house, but when the market was real high, they probably had 2 or 3 equity lines, all kind of stuff. And that's how they lost that house. They didn't lose that house because they weren't working. I know these people. They're good people. They did what they were supposed to do. The market crashed. They lost all their money. I know what happened to them because I manage money for wealthy people. I see it. I don't like it. I understand the securities industry. We have to understand, yes, people always want to know about the market. Certainly the market is good. But as I tell most of my people now, I have the 5-pot system for my mature people at a different level. If your money is sitting in various places, and it's still in the market and you have some options, you want to begin, if you're less than 40 specifically, or you're over 40 specifically. I do not believe in having more than 60% or 70% of my money in something I don't have control over, because I'm a person who woke up in their office one day with all these portfolios to manage, and I laid in my office and I slept in my office downtown Decatur. I literally slept on the sofa. I slept on the sofa because I couldn't wake up and tell my clients, oh, you just lost 50% of $2 million or 50% of $3 million. So we have some solutions. If you need some help, let me know. I'm there to help. That's all I got to say, guys. Thanks.
Gina, thank you so very much. And we're going to take some questions. Okay. Well, we're going to start with you, Pastor.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I would like for you to comment. Let me show you how to ask a question. I would like for you to comment on when you said that book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad, like Kawasaki.
Yeah.
Yeah, it made us all crazy.
Yeah, I want to know why it made it crazy.
We'll do that on the subject, and I can clean it up very nicely for you. But in the purest sense, it's because one of the things that was happening with that is we rented our money. Kawasaki paid cash for those houses. So we were dependent on equity. We thought it was going up, which it did. But many of us kept on using the equity within our own homes to go and buy these properties. You understand? So if your home was worth $700,000 on the book, and you only owed $300,000, then they said, well, Pastor Paul, we'll give you $250,000. Rich Dad, Poor Dad was telling people to take their equity. Well, I'm not going to say he said it specifically like that. He really thought we had cash. Okay, but we were told by our bankers, that's who, them instigators. Don't get me talking about no bankers and no tax collectors, no lawyers. No, but in the real world, Pastor Paul, what happened is they borrowed their own money and they put it in all these other properties. Okay, and so then when the market fell out because they didn't really have any real value, meaning they put the least amount of money down. So they took money out of the home they slept in, potentially, and then they went and got a rental, they call it a rental, say for $100,000. And so they were only able to finance $98,000 because they were doing those bogus loans. That means they only paid $2,000. So when the equity went out, now something they paid $2,000 for, but they got a loan for $98,000. They owe $98,000, but it's only worth $40,000. So that's why Rich Dad Poor Dad's formula really only works if you have cash or you have some other methodology. I'm not saying it doesn't work. First of all, the market works, real estate works, but realistically, pure ownership is just what it is. Anytime in the Bible, it's written. Anytime, I didn't come in here quoting no scripture, but 77 times 70, my best scripture. The book of Matthew, I don't have to forgive them. But in the real world, in the Bible, it basically, it is what it is. It says, you don't want to owe anybody. Isn't that the truth?
Yes.
Why let them come take your bed from up under you? That's that. Any other questions? Okay. Yes, ma'am?
Just one comment, and this is,
My name is Bunny, and I have a commercial, and the commercial is for Gina, because Gina has been my financial advisor for a long time, but this is the one lady who told me it was time to take my money out of where it was and put it somewhere else, and I took her advice, and she saved me.
Amen. How about I saved everybody? I only have 2 clients that lost money. It's because they had so much money they were arrogant. They said, I don't care. And we have that happening. Thank you, Miss Jackson Ransom. I love Miss Bunny.
And you know, I would like to just add something from my own personal experience, and since we are in a spiritual and holy place, and there are spiritual implications as it relates to our money, you know, some of you all may be sitting here thinking, I can't even afford a house right now, you know, and it's really, you know, you really got to think about where God can take you. And I'm just going to tell y'all from my personal experience. I work in radio in a top 10 market. I'm making more money than I have ever made in my entire life. But when I started radio, my salary, $16,000 a year. $16,000 a year, working in radio. People work at McDonald's and make more money than that. But I knew that I was doing something I loved, and that God was going to keep taking me. Because sometimes we think we're at a final destination, but we're on a connecting flight. And you know, you just kind of feel like, you know, I don't understand why I'm struggling and stuff like that. But I've been on food stamps. I have been on public assistance. You know, I didn't got my WIC. You know, I was a single mother with 2 kids. I'm married with an amazing husband right now. But you know, you really have to look at your financial situation and be responsible with what you have. God will not give you more until you are responsible with what you have. You know? And I just want to encourage you all with that. You know, start looking at your credit. You know, start looking at ways that you can afford to put yourself in a better financial situation. I just wanted to share that.
Thank you. That's my power rattler sister.
That was good because you're a young person. And she was sharing like that. There's nothing better than start saving and getting rich while you're young.
Absolutely.
I'm serious about that. Now you do have a little ADD. What do you say?
Well, first of all, I'm an artist.
Yeah, that's what it is, because I'm like that, and I recognize that, because we're just all over the place. I said, you can't be cleaning up. You got to answer the questions, because we need you to do that.
Okay, next question right here.
I just wanted to tell her thank you again. And from my experience, I'm 20 years old right now, and I'm at a crisis right now in my life where I'm still trying to figure out what path I'm going. And my financial situation, my money, I don't manage it well, so I thought about it, I was like, I actually can say now that I started off with a penny. And I have been collecting pennies over the years, and in my piggy bank that I got at home, I have $500 for college saved up already, just from 1 penny a day. So, and I'm still collecting a penny.
See how powerful God is? Is that the endorsement on the page?
That's
See
it.
how powerful?
And so, also I'm in school right now at Job Corps, taking up a trade, finance and business. So hopefully, once I complete that, I'm gonna go to college. I'm
You
praying
will
that
go
I-
to college.
Yes,
You're already in
ma'am.
college.
Yes,
Awesome.
I just recently bought a house, had a question about the bi-weekly withdrawals that your mortgage company likes to set up, withdrawing every 2 weeks, part of your mortgage payments. What do you think about that?
I love you paying bi-weekly if you're doubling that payment. I'm aware potentially that you might be young. How old are you?
I'm 35.
Balance, and I can't say, when people ask for real advice, there's so much more to the picture. The reality spreadsheet on that may very well have more to do with, am I paying myself immediately as well, specifically because if you have a jam, you cannot get that money out of that house. So you have to be balanced across the spectrum when you begin to pay. You get it. Yes, pay it, double up, but double up and pay you. Pay yourself. Because when you really want your money, if you're just laid up even from an accident, or you want to go start your new business, you don't want to have to take the equity out with all your money there. You have to have equal pots. I love it, but have some pots. I love the 5-pot system no matter who you are. That's why I have all those bank accounts. That's what saved me from myself. I forgot I had them. I forgot I had them.
Amen.
Yes.
That's good.
Hi, I would like to thank you for the gift, but you spoke on investing.
Yes, ma'am.
I read, while I was raising my children, I